everyone, my name is Tiffany and this is my channel, Who's Your Handmade. Thank you so much for stopping by today. Today's video is a roundup of my June makes. If that sounds interesting to you, stick around. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by today. I hope that you will consider subscribing if you have not done so already. I would love to welcome you into the sewing community and get to know you better. Thank you so much to each one of my friends who are tuning in again today. Thank you so much for taking a little bit of your day to spend it with me. It means so much to me. Give this video a thumbs up if you like this kind of content and comment down below what were your sewing makes for the month of June. What do you have coming up in July? I would love to chat with you down below. So I have been able to sew up quite a few things for June. I really wanted to focus in June and make it a sewing month, and I had so much fun sewing all of these. There are 9 of them, but before I start talking about my makes, I want to feature, like I always do in my makes video, my amazing sewing journal. I'm gonna talk about it, or at least mention it, in every makes video that I make. This thing right here is such a lifesaver. It is amazing to keep track of what you've made, write down sizes and adjustments and all kinds of information like that. So get yourself a sewing journal. I'll link this one down below. It's from Amazon. It's about $5, but if you don't like this format, try one out for yourself. Try something else out. You will not regret having almost like a scrapbook of your makes right here at the ready to take you back through everything that you've made. I love my sewing journal. So how I usually set up these videos are to divide my makes up between the makes for others and makes for myself. I do sew for my family, mainly my little girl. I have a little 2.5-year-old daughter. Her name is Addie June, and I adore sewing for her. So let's look at what I made for Addie first of all. The first thing that I made for Addie in the month of June was this Ellie and Mac Whimsy romper. I love this cute little romper on her. It's kind of got like balloon pants there. They're so cute on littles. This is a really fun pattern, but I believe it only goes up to size 4T. So this one is for the little ones. She's almost sizing out of it, but it is so cute. I made it out of a rib knit from Hobby Lobby, and then the dino fabric is an interlock knit from Joann's in their pop section. Addie actually picked that out. She loves dinos, so it's pink, it's cute, and I just could not wait to sew it up for her. And she loves wearing this darling little romper. The next thing that I made for Addie June was this free Hey June handmade monkey bar skirt. It's actually a skirt. Let me see if I can show you the little shorts underneath. I love this little pattern. It's fast, it's easy. You just gather into this waistband. It doesn't even have elastic in it. This is a really fun free pattern. I made Addie the size 4, so if you make this one for your little one, just be aware that the sizing is a little bit strange. Usually I make Addie a size 2 or 3T, and in this one I made a size 4. So measure your pattern pieces and measure your little one. But this is such a fun make, fast, easy, and she loves wearing these little skirts. And then the next things that I made for Addie are the same pattern. I made her the Little Lizard King Parker dress. Both of these are a size 2T. I made them to match some garments of mine that I'm going to show you in just a second. These are darling little dresses. They're tiered. They are a dolman sleeve bodice, and then I added a ruffle there at the sleeve edge. Did not hem this one. This is a double brush poly from Walmart. I bought a Walmart bundle of 3 yards, and I was able to get a dress for myself and a dress for Addie out of that. Super cute little dresses, easy to wear. She loves them. She feels like a princess in them. I did lengthen this top tier. You can kind of see it goes from here to here. I did lengthen that for her just to give her a little added length. My kid has long legs, so I wanted to try to extend the length of this dress. The bodice fits her really well. If anything, it's a little roomy actually for her, so hopefully she can fit these dresses for a while. If you know anything about kids' clothes, you know that they grow out of them really fast, so I'm trying to make these last. So I added 2 inches into the top tier on both of these little dresses, and that worked out really good for a length for her. This is the other version of the little Lizard King Parker that I made for Addie this month. This one also matches another dress that I have. I ran out of fabric for this one for some reason, whether the fabric shrunk when I washed it or it was actually just not as wide as the butterfly fabric, I don't know. But after I got done cutting out my pattern pieces, I just did not have enough to get all of this dress for Addie. So I went into my stash and found some Hobby Lobby rib knit that I always keep on hand. I really liked the rust color with the teal dots, so I added in there a little pop of color. So she's got a rust tier, and then just to tie in the dress a little bit more, I added a double ruffle here. Let me turn it the right way. There we go. You can see that there's a rust layer and then the dots layer, and what I did was I just cut these both out using the pattern piece, but for the dot piece I went ahead and cut off an extra 1/2 inch so that this rest piece would show outside of the dots. So went ahead and sewed them on like normal. I gathered them into the sleeve and they look super cute. I love this little dress for Addie June. And that was all my makes for Addie for the month of June. Let's move on to what I made for myself. I kind of feel like I spoiled myself this month, so let's check out what new garments I got in the month of June. The first thing that I made for myself in the month of June was this shirt. This is the Ellie and Mac Discover tee. I made this in Addie's little skirt. You can't even see it now. I made those in collaboration with Katinka from the Seamstress at the Cottage. She has a wonderful channel. I will link our videos down below. We did a collaboration that was super fun. We did a collaboration with this fabric right here, and I had to color block my shirt, but it's actually turned into a beautiful shirt that I love very much. This shirt is made to be color blocked, so I loved using those fabrics to color block, and I think it turned out really beautiful. This is a size 2XL. I usually make a size 2X in Ellie and Mac patterns, and then for the sleeves I hacked them a little bit into a flutter. It's not quite a flutter when you actually get it into my bigger bicep, so next time I'll try to flutter that sleeve just a little bit more, but I have plenty of room. I'm very comfortable in this shirt, and this was a great one to add to my wardrobe. The next things that I made for myself were my favorite pattern of all time. I spoiled myself with 2 new Ellie and Mac Staycation dresses. I was so excited to use some beautiful fabric from my stash to gift myself 2 new Staycation dresses for the summer. This one is again that double brush poly from Walmart. It was a bundle that I found somewhat recently. I love the Walmart double brush poly for these dresses. It's soft, but yet it's not as clingy I found as like Joann's or Hobby Lobby double brush poly, so it turned out really cute. It's given me kind of 90s vibes. It kind of reminds me of my mom's dresses back in the 90s, but that's okay. It brings back some nostalgia, and I love this dress. For both of my staycations, I've made a size 2XL. I have hacked the sleeve into a flutter sleeve. I did that a long time ago when I was making these dresses last year. That's my sleeve of choice for these dresses. I love a flutter sleeve. On this one, I went with the scoop neckline. They have a scoop or a crew neckline. I went with that scoop neckline just to give it a little bit of interest in this busy print. So I love this dress. I did make it, this one, a maxi length, and I love the length, and it is a true maxi on me. I've finally found a true maxi formula for the tier, so I love this dress so much, and I love matching my little girl. This is the other staycation that I made for myself in June. Again, size 2XL, flutter sleeves. This one is more of a midi length. It's actually my favorite length of all the staycations I've made thus far. I think it fits me so good. That length hits me exactly where I want it to on my leg. I just love it. It's just perfect. I don't know if I ever mentioned where this fabric is from. I bought this from Olga's Closet in the fall. I don't know if they have it anymore, but it is such a great rib knit. It is rib knit, and I love sewing with this fabric. It behaved itself. It sewed up really, really well. Olga's Closet has some of the best rib knit I've ever dealt with. So if you want to give rib knit a try, I highly suggest Olga's Closet. I did go with the crew neckline on this dress. I love the crew neckline and it fits me really good, and I love my new Staycations. And then the last two makes that I made for myself in the month of June were from another collaboration video. I collaborated with Agata from In Agatha's Cottage. She has a wonderful channel. I will link our videos down below. Go check those out if you've missed those collaborations. This is the Love Notions Rhapsody blouse, and hands down, it is my favorite woven blouse that I have ever sewn. I loved this one so much that I had to sew another one, which I'll show you in just a second. So the Rhapsody blouse is a woven garment. If you know anything about me, you know that I love knit fabric. I'm comfortable with it. I will choose it 9 times out of 10 over wovens, but I have a lot of woven fabric in my stash, and this one is a great stash buster. I can make a full shirt, including the bias binding, out of 2 yards of fabric. Raise your hand if you've got 2 yards of woven fabric languishing in your stash. What are you gonna do with those 2-yard cuts? Well, this shirt is a great stash buster. It's a great option for those cuts of fabric that you just don't know what to do. So this is a rayon challis that I purchased from Fabric Mart Fabrics in 2021. Had it in my stash. I loved the print of it, and I decided to take a chance on this Rhapsody blouse. So the Rhapsody blouse features some gathering up here at your shoulders. You have a yoke. Here's the yoke. It is lined. I just used some muslin fabric there for the lining. I have added some top stitching right here to try to keep this rayon challis together with the lining. Rayon challis is a little bit shifty. It also features this pleat in the back, really beautiful draping. I went with the flutter sleeve option. Again, flutter sleeves are just my thing. And then for the bias binding, I actually used the pattern piece from my Friday Pattern Company's Sagebrush top. I just really wanted a pattern piece for my bias binding, and so I went and stole that pattern piece, and I cut out 2 of those for my Rhapsody blouse and sewed them together and made this bias binding, and it's just beautiful. It does kind of give you a little keyhole V right there. With the rayon challis, it's really drapey, so it's hard to see that V there, but it is there. And then the hem dips up on the sides, which I think is so flattering. So this shirt is such a winner for me, and I will definitely be making more. Hold on and I'll show you my other version. This is the second version that I made of the Love Notions Rhapsody blouse. Love it as well. This was precious fabric to me. I bought it from Minerva in my one and only purchase from Minerva back in 2021, and I felt so confident in this pattern that I went ahead and sewed it up. I don't know if I told you what size I made. I did make the 2XL, but I also used a smaller seam allowance on the side seams and then the underarm seam. So I used about a 1/4 inch seam allowance on the sides and then for the arm for just a little bit more movement. I love this shirt. It turned out so well. Highly recommend the Love Notions Rhapsody blouse. And there we have it. That is 9 makes for the month of June. I am super pleased with what I was able to sew up. These are all very usable pieces that will be in my summer wardrobe. I couldn't be happier. Again, give this video a thumbs up if you like this kind of content, and let me know down below what you sewed up in the month of June or what your July plans are. I would love to chat with you. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.